Hello there, kitties. I'm Carrie, the vacuum tube witch, and today I'm gonna repair an amplifier that was brought to me by the brother of one of my queer friends. This is it, the Unitra Fonica PW9015. And this little amplifier had the power cord replaced. Other than that, the signs of the damage were that one of the channels is dead, and it's just buzzing and humming, and no signal is coming through. And I'd like to take a look at what's happening inside of it. So dismantling commences, and I'm probably gonna do some component replacement therapy here, or like I said, the recapacitulation. Let's take a closer look at what's inside of this little thing. This was quite a popular amplifier in the 1980s in Poland. And what we have here is the power transformer, of course. A double 4700 microfarad 30 volts electrolytic cap. A whole bunch of small electrolytics that I would like to replace because they tend to break down quite a lot. This amp looks pretty clean and nice. The fuses look okay. Let me just check them with the multimeter. Oh, this does not look good because if you see here, it is moving, and this is on one of the branches for the main power on the amplifier, and yeah, it looks like it's a. That was a quick one. I just bent those pieces to make a firm contact. Do it on the other one as well. And that might be enough to repair this, though I'm not so sure. At least I shouldn't have the DC voltage on neither output. Let's remove the bottom cover of this amplifier as well, because I will probably have to do some things on the circuit board. At least when it comes to the recapacitulation. By the way, if you're wondering about the talking in the background, I'm just hanging out on a stream with Big Live, like I always do on Saturday nights. One more here, and that should be enough. Hmm. Looks pretty decent, if you ask me. Doesn't look like signs of tampering or bad joints. Okay, so let's connect it to the device under test socket. The bulb is not glowing, so it seems to be pretty okay. Check the rail voltages. Minus 31, plus 30. That's okay-ish. Let's select the... Oh. See here? There should be 2 screws here. And they are missing. It's not a good sign. I will have to get replacement screws for those holes because otherwise the back panel is not attached correctly. So the speakers B, I need to select the B speakers. And check for the DC component on the power amplifier outputs. Yeah, one of them has a very slight 20 millivolts DC, I think, which is 27.7 millivolts DC. And I wonder if I can bring it down somehow, because I would rather have it adjusted down to the perfect 0. And here I've got like 51 millivolts DC. Interesting. Let's look for the schematic and see if those little potentiometers here in the power amplifier circuit are for the quiescent current of the output transistors, or do they serve as the DC component adjustment? This amplifier is very fucking simple, and that's one of the advantages of it, because repairing it should be just a breeze. Yeah, this is for the quiescent current. Let me see if...
What chip is inside the OLED charger? It's nice. Not an rad film. I took one out apart. I think it was a custom chip. I'm not really sure. But the same type of chip is used in some of the... Have you ever seen the little chargers, the universal chargers that you stick used to stick your old Nokia battery into, and there were two little stringy prongs underneath for recapacitulation. They were non-polarity sensitive as well. And it short circuit proof.
No, I don't think I will adjust this. Anyway, what I was going to do is finding out the channel here. Let's connect the dummy load to the output.
To the NHS and the other medical professionals around the world who bore the brunt.
It is connected.
To the medical professionals. To the nurses. Everybody just, I'm covering everything.
Or maybe I should connect it to the speakers. Anyway, I've got the dummy load set at twice 8 ohms. And I need to get myself a double RCA cable here. Put the 0 decibel per millivolt line level to the output and connect those RCA jacks to the tape input, volume to the minimum, and tape monitor on. And yes, the amplifier is actually working. And I could, I think I could put it all the way without the bulb in series. Let's see. Check it with the scope channel number 1 and
skip through things. This stream, people are dotting and down. They just bump in and out all the time. That's how to use it correctly. Grab a drink, grab some herbs, grab some snacks, enjoy the stream. Thank you, Julianne's there.
oh. Yeah. I noticed what I did wrong. Turn it up and up and up.
How I go to the Trafalgar always is from flies because it's right next to McDonald's and it's got sugary beer. It's just basically fly heaven. They've gone nuts at times trying to do it. The fly piece is for eyes, it's true. I saw a doctor into that quite Are you undressing with your eyes closed? Or is it just because it doesn't actually blow up for some people? I'm not sure. Busy Wednesday in Sky West. It's almost busy Wednesday. I do have something that could be classed as busy Wednesday.
And now I can see that those two fuses seem to be pretty much dead. Why did it happen? Not exactly sure. 0.16 amps, and this one is also 0.16 amps.
I do like Polish snacks. Lorenz created a classic ze świeżo zmielone. All
And I think that
Which is basically oh yes, corn snack with freshly ground peanuts.
oh, damn it.
It's about 33%.
Now that's a Whiskey Tango Foxtrot because
Peanut butter chocolate, but it's not just flavored. It's like
those fuses are rated at 160 milliamps, where I'm supposed to have a 1.6 amp, so they were underrated by the whole order of magnitude.
same way as I read it in English. It's quite.
And I wonder if I can find the
But it actually comes out as
so-so replacement here.
Randy, it was down to the side of those tools. It was down.
Now wonder if I put it on the dummy load and it blew the fuses after I turned it up. One moment, please, like Clive says. Bezpieczniki hurtowe z gniazda.
I hope I'm not being too intrusive. I hope I'm not like spoiling fun. So here's my name. I could rip this meeting as a big next year because you'll need it instead.
Back at the bench and looking for the fuse storage. I should be able to find something suitable. 1 amp is a little bit too little. By the way, don't you ever do this. This is the way I found it. I should be able to find something like 2 amps or something like that. I think either 2 amps. I think it should be a pretty good replacement for slow blow 1.6 amp. So here it comes. Bend the socket just a little bit. Volume to the minimum. Turning on the amplifier. Here it comes. One channel is working and the other one not quite so. I'm not sure why. Might as well be the bug that I was told about. No DC component on the output. By the way, I can hook up the scope right to the fuse socket on the output here. And I think I need to check the fuses as well. It's fine.
then lots of wire wrap, kind of wire wrap wire going out, the power bus going around the outside. Transistors mounted locally next to each group of LEDs, and resistors mounted locally next to each group of LEDs too. And a fuse, and very hot diodes probably. And I did a load of diodes in parallel as a single diode, that's all I had here, just to try and drop the voltage that tiny bit that the transformer isn't actually getting smoking hot. Also drilled some ventilation.
Okay, I'm seeing something on the scope here.
Oh, that's better. Yeah, that's better.
It's going into clipping here on one channel. Check the other channel. Yes. And now I think it is time to check the signals going in from the preamp to the power amplifier. And the best place to do it would be the volume potentiometer. And we connect the dummy load here.
The prop company I do a lot of work at the unit downstairs was a guy who specialised in supplying beds. I went down and asked him to help him. And he didn't cost a huge amount because it's an industrial grade. The transformers.
Yeah, we've got the signal coming in at those 2 points. One of them, I should get a nice sine wave on both of them. And if not that, then I should get it here. Found the whisker on the PCB. This is fine, this is fine. Sine wave here and here. So it's not the problem with the preamp. Something's going on in one of the power amps. And I'll be tracing down the signals. So a little reverse engineer thing is pretty much viable here. If you look here, you've got a cable going from the potentiometer to the power amplifier on both ends. And it might be a good idea to poke it around with a scope to see where I've got the signal coming in. Doesn't look good, doesn't look good. Let's do it on the opposite side of the printed circuit board. First, identify the input. That would be this, I think. Yeah, I've got the signal here. Oh, damn it, kitty. This is Coco, again, at the bench. Or maybe on the bench. Coco is trying to show me that he's a good test subject. Coco, will we be doing science together? Oh, please, come on, for crying out loud. So here I should have the signal and yeah, it is there. But it looks like I'm not getting the signal on the output on one of the channels.
Have you ever seen like an old music, right? And the upstairs is all very decorative, right? And it's got all the wallpaper and all the trims, and then you go down to the man's bit downstairs, you go down to the garage, and it's plasterboard, and if you're lucky they've taped it, but no.
Oh yeah. Here I've got the signal on the output of the amplifier, but it's not coming through. It's not going through to the speakers. So looks like the amplifier itself might be pretty decent. Here I've got the signal, but here I don't have it, which suggests that the fuse is blown. This is the right channel. Something's going on the right channel. And that means that it's somewhere here. And I wonder if I really should do it, but readjust the quiescent current just a little bit so that I've got less harmonic distortion.
That's a bad sign. Which chip is known as donkey on it? What's the brightness? It's the YouTube app I'm streaming from. It tends to, when I get too close, it starts stepping it down. I'm not sure where
I should. Coco, just get the hell out of here, because you're an annoying cat.
I can't control the intensity.
Measure the quiescent current and raise it up to like.
It's actually good coming back to Glasgow because it's got so much more character. I want to play with my video lady, says Ellie Reno. Alas, no, that would be quite a long distance to do it. At least no interruption for Julie. Absolutely.
That should do the job pretty nicely. 3.4 millivolts on that resistor, and
if I was here, I wouldn't get taxed in America, but I do get taxed in America, and that complicates things.
yeah, that about should do it. The amplifier is now just a little bit closer to class A. It will need a replacement fuse because the signal is not coming through here. Back on the bench, and both channels seem to be working.
McDonald's grade employee come military grade, Jonas. Absolutely, they have to deal with a lot. They work hard and they have to deal with the public. At least they don't have to deal with the public as much with the touch terminal these days.
And they look like they are clipping at the same level now. Let me use this old and nice analog multimeter V640. One of them I repaired recently, and let's see what's the level of the voltage here. It's like 10.5 volts and 11 volts. 11 volts squared is 121, and divided by 8 ohms. Let's see. Let's do it a very old school way. I'm pretty proud that I got this little thing of beauty and joy forever.
Mr. Sosh, do you remember what episodes of Target Class? I don't know what episodes because I just recognize looked at the only thing that comes to mind is Venus, and it was that Flesh Market Close was the episode I appeared in, but I'm not really sure about the Taggart because there's lots of episodes. It was the same with River City. I couldn't tell which episodes I actually appeared in. I appeared in quite a few as a mechanic.
Now that would be
Just loads and loads of roles. Person in
15.1 watts delivered to the 8 ohm load, which seems pretty decent because the rating on this amplifier, if you take a closer look here, it's 2 times 15 watts on 8 ohms, so it's perfectly up to the spec. And now that the amplifier is repaired, I'm gonna call it a video, and later on I'll do the recapacitulation, replacing